Steve Pomerantz, former Assistant Director of the FBI. Appreciate you being here.
Yes, sir.
Seeing a lot of you these days.
Always a pleasure.
All right, we're going to get to the substance of what Mr. Comey may or may not have done in a minute. Back to sort of the big headline. The president saying 100% all go under oath. You think he consulted with his lawyer before saying that?
No. It would be very, very difficult for me to believe that, given the totality of these circumstances and the complexity of all the issues, that any lawyer is going to advise him to submit to tough questioning by a professional prosecutor under oath.
And as we were talking before, there is so much partisan gamesmanship and spin. Depending on who you listen to, you thought there were two different hearings,
yes,
almost. There's sort of what matters politically, and then there's what matters
yes,
legally, and it seems as though those two things are different.
Yes, I think that's a very accurate characterization. And what matters legally, coming from my background, will be no surprise to you, is paramount. And I think that's all going to play out over a long period of time as Bob Mueller, I was going to say, launches his investigation. Really, he's taking over an existing investigation. He's going to have a professional staff of agents and prosecutors, and this is going to be a very, very thorough, very exhaustive, very professional, and lengthy investigation. And the one thing I'm kind of sure of, knowing Mr. Mueller, is that there won't be many leaks, if any. He's not the darling of the press by any means.
All right, so fair to say this is far from over.
Far from over.
This is what Eli Lake said, respected columnist, about the testimony of the former director. Here we have a former FBI director who presents himself as the last honest man in Washington. He makes a point elaborately explaining his actions as by-the-book law enforcement. And yet his own story is kind of a paradox. He says that he felt pressured, but that he did not give in to the pressure. He blows the whistle now, but didn't at the time. Has the former director, meaning Mr. Comey, put himself in a little bit of a box?
I'm not sure of that. Again, there's a lot more to the story that comes out, but I'm not certain of what you do in his position when you're dealing with the president of the United States.
He could have offered to resign at the time.
Why? Why would he offer to resign? He may have done the ultimate honorable thing, which is to continue the investigation in aggressive and fair manner. That may be the ultimate professional, ethical, and moral thing to do. Resign to what effect? Who do you go to when you're dealing with the President of the United States to complain, to raise an issue? What he chose to do was memorialize his experiences, which I think any person in that position would do, and to go back to his office and continue the investigation. I'm not so sure that was not the exact right thing to do under the circumstances.
Wow. What you may be getting at is that we're in uncharted territory.
Yeah, we are. We're in unparalleled, uncharted territory.
All right. Steve, thank you very much. That means we'll have to have you back to talk about it.